What's going on, guys? So we're back on 42 Edgefield Road, and we have our custom difficulty set at like a 10x. It's basically no evidence and no sanity. And we're trying to get all 24 ghosts, getting a lot of doubles and even triples at this point. Still missing a few. Right. We got Thomas Roberts, and some of the other objectives we could try to do to get a little extra cash is witness a ghost event, and that may or may not happen. EMF reader, same thing, especially since they changed the way that it works, so it doesn't go off on the hunt anymore. Used to be able to just put one down in the hall. Ghosts would walk by during a hunt or something, and that would check that one off. It doesn't do that anymore. And crucifix, that may or may not happen too, so we'll see. So we'll grab a flashlight, a crucifix, and we will grab the EMF reader. And I'm going to grab a lighter before I forget, a headlight, just in case. Oh. We'll put the flashlight down here in the entryway. I like putting it in the entryway because this is like a high traffic area, and it illuminates this hallway real well, because we're going to be all the way down the other end of the hallway and hiding behind a cabinet down there, and we get a nice long look at the ghost with this hallway, so we can see if he's fast or slow, or if he's you know, his blinks and stuff like that, if he's loud, quiet, whatever, right? And then I put a crucifix in there because when we're setting things up in the doorway, basically with a zero sanity, as soon as we walk across that threshold, the ghost could start hunting. And I don't want to get caught trying to mess with salt or doing something, and it starts the hunt. And especially if he's in this area, then it'll be basically an instant kill, because that's only like a 1 second delay before it starts the hunt. So I also put a EMF reader in there for that other objective. And then this is the flashlight, and the EMF reader will count as electrical item if it's can't think about it now. I just lost my train of thought. Ryu, there we go. Yeah, if he comes across the electronics, it'll speed him up, and he'll speed up, slow down as he comes in contact with that. So we could hear that. So it's nice to kind of have electrical items like that. If you put like a bunch of motion sensors going down the hall, it may be a little difficult to hear him speeding up and slowing down. So. Alright. Kind of like we do with the gold apocalypse, I just kind of like to throw basically everything I'm going to need into the doorway here. And because sometimes, I mean, it's a lot closer, we move a lot faster, but still. Final things I'm bringing in here is a smudge, a salt. I like the tier 2 salt because the tier 3 salt messes with their speed, which can come in handy, but not right now, because we're basically have zero evidence, so we're totally judging the ghost off its speed. And then I have another crucifix because this the hallway, and then here's where we're going to be camped out at. And I put a crucifix down there. If the ghost is in that room, it'll save us. If the ghost is like a teleport kind of ghost, like a wraith or a phantom or something like that, it can save us as well. So, we did get an EMF reading, so he might be close to the doorway there. Oh yeah, it set off the alarm, so through the garage. Alright. Alright, 1 salt, 2 salt. And I'm going to grab this motion sensor here. I'm going to put it down low right here. This will help us with a couple things. We can see if the ghost is kind of roaming to us. And also we can see if the ghost is a crawly, and I can't see him come in the room here. And so that'll go off, and then we'll smudge and get the heck out of here, because they'll crawl in, you won't see them, and they'll come around the corner and get you. So this is not an official hiding spot. With this 10X, I have the hiding spots off. Alright, here goes a hunt. Normal speed. It's like pretty normal blinks. I should have did a yokai test there. That would have been a good opportunity to do it. I like to wait till they're about that radiator, and then I push the talk or turn on my headlight or something like that. Get them to walk back. I don't like doing it like if he starts coming back towards us. I don't like doing it then, because you don't know, he might have already been coming this way anyway. Alright, so looks like he stepped in the salt. So he's not a wraith. I'm gonna interact with this door, and I'm gonna shut this car alarm off. Maybe. Oh, we didn't grab the key. Oh boy. Hope we don't get a hunt right now. Or we're gonna get hunted here, aren't we? Alright, cool. Get back to our spot, hopefully in time. Alright, we're back. So yeah, you don't want to do the yokai test as the ghost is on his way back to you, because you don't know if he's going to be coming back anyway. Sounds like he just either turned on a light switch or the circuit breaker. Okay, it was a light in there, so he's not a mare. He's messing with that door. So Yuri's like to mess with doors. That's why I opened a couple of those all the way, because if he slams one, closes it all the way, then it's a Yuri. Alright, here's our second hunt here. This time we'll do the yokai test on him. Alright, see how he turned around and came back? So he's not a yokai. It's still the same as last time, so I don't think we're dealing with a mimic. Seems like he's... And it's not a myelin either. We can hear him pretty good. Hear him stomping around. Alright. Oh man, he set that car alarm off again. Alright. Alright, so he's not a yokai. Like I said, I don't think he's a myelin. Here's our ghost event. So that one got checked off. Nice. Alright, now he's in the dining room, it sounds like. He's... Ooh, he just roamed to us. So now he's either in this room with us, or he's just kind of like roaming around this area, so there's a good chance his crucifix will light up here. So we'll see. If it lights up 2 times, then we're... Oh, here's another ghost event. Now that one is the breath check, so it's not an Oni. Onis can't do that one. But like I was saying, if he lights that crucifix up on the second light up, then we'll have to move to another spot. Another Oni one, huh? Because I don't want him to just kill us right away. But he's not a Thay, he's not a Deogen, he's not a Moroi, he's not a Ryu, because he went up, sped up when he got around those electronics, or even my motion sensor. He's not a Wraith. So now we're dealing with, like I said, I don't think he's a mimic because his hunts were exactly the same. Alright, here goes our third hunt, right? Maybe? Or did he just... I should have opened this door. Yuri's the only one that can interact with the front door too, other than like a ghost event or a hunt. All ghosts can do it during a hunt or an event, but like just to interact with it, just to touch it, Yuri's the only one that can like close it. Alright, another event, so that probably closed the door. Yep, it did. I just heard it. Well, that was kind of a creepy one. Yeah, there goes our crucifix. Ugh. Definitely knows where we are now. Now that sounded like the circuit breaker, did it not? It did. Okay, so a Hantu can't turn... Well, we knew it was not a Hantu anyway. Hantu can't turn on the circuit breaker, but a Yuri... Or, I mean, not a Yuri, but a Jinn can't turn it off. So a Jinn likes to turn it on because he likes to use the ability. Do I think it's a Jinn? No, but if he hunts away from us, kind of like that yokai test I did, I'll call him back, and then we'll see if he has a really good like long distance and super fast speed up. Then it could be a Jinn. But I'm more thinking something along the lines of like a I don't know. Now it sounds like he turned the circuit breaker off. So, and he did. So, see, he is not a Jinn. Thinking like an Onryo maybe. Maybe we could put some candles down and do an Onryo test. All right, here goes our test or our hunt. That came straight back for us. Another ghost we can rule out here is like a Goryo and a Banshee. He has changed ghost rooms now 2 or 3 times. So he was starting in the garage before, and then he kind of moved into the dining room, and then now he's in the front room, and then he was even in there with us for a little while. So we'll rule out those ones, but we're really running out of stuff here, so I'm gonna go ahead and isn't there a candle like right here? There it is. All right, we'll light that one real quick. So that's one. If he blows that out, we'll give this guy an Onryo test here, and then I'm gonna put how many smudges I got left? Just one. Oh no. I'm gonna put a candle down in the hallway, and then we'll be able to see it. But on the third blowout, we have an Onryo if he hunts right away. So like I said, not a Goryo. We could. He's not a Phantom either. We could see him pretty good. He had like normal blinks, so, and he's not a Revenant. And like I said, he's not a Banshee because he's changing rooms. So now we're dealing with a Spirit, a Poltergeist, a Demon, a Yuri, an Onryo, Obake, or the Twins. I don't think we're dealing with Twins either. All 3 hunts seem like they've been normal speed. And we've seen him for a long time. On the 12th blink, he can change. So we'll get another good look at him. I don't think he's a Spirit either. I didn't set the timer. We'll try to do it. I guess we're kind of late on that with only one more smudge. But I don't feel like he's a Spirit. I feel like he's been hunting pretty often. So let's see. After the smudge. So maybe I should have moved it back a little bit further. Oh well. That's where it's at. 1, 2. Oh, maybe I got 2. I gotta reorganize these things, but it's good for now. So maybe we still do a Spirit test, but okay, he's got a hunt here. I don't know. I didn't look and see. He's in the same area. Cool, he didn't see us. I don't know if he blew out that one candle. Wow. Actually, do you hear that? There's a lot of throws going on there that he went in there in that dining room. So we could be dealing with a Poltergeist here. Sorry, I was listening. All right, I think he's done. I'm gonna throw a bunch of like shoes in the hallway here. Hopefully I can get him in there before he decides to hunt on us. I want to see. Whoops! I didn't want to put it. I wanted to kind of put it kind of in a pile. Come on. Oh, did he? Oh, he lit that front crucifix, and the candle's still lit. So right there, that is a good indication that this is not a not an Onryo, right? Because he lit the candle next to the crucifix. So I'm really thinking we got a Poltergeist here, which is good because I don't think we've had a Poltergeist on here yet. Okay, lit that front crucifix again. So now he blew the candle out. Now if he comes down this way again and like we see these shoes just go flying, I'm leaning towards a Poltergeist here. basically, I would think that he would clear that hallway completely out. Like usually, all ghosts will kind of move them around a little bit, but it'd be even better if we could put them in the ghost room. Like we put them maybe further down by the door or something, and we could just see like a what they call an poltiplosion or whatever. All right, here he comes. All right. I don't know, man. I kind of want to see him come back here. I don't know. I really don't know about that. I think we're gonna go with Poltergeist, just from what we heard on the. We're out of smudges, so at this point I gotta pretty much take a guess. But like, did he throw a bunch of stuff in here? Yeah. See, like almost everything's disturbed in here. Although those shoes there on the wall aren't. I don't think it's an Obake. And now I kind of don't feel like it's a poltergeist just because of the... Now, we're not going to survive this. But I'm curious. Because he'll just... I kind of wanted to light the candle and stay in the ghost room and see if he will hunt and kill us, you know, to kind of do a shade. But even then, I feel like the shade, might just change rooms and then come after us. So, let's do it anyway. Whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put this here. And then I'm going to hide here. He's probably going to instant kill us, but curious. Unfortunately, there's no doors right here. I guess he could interact with that front door. Because we still have a possibility of a Yuri here. Oh, there he is. I cannot believe he did not get us. Oh, there he goes. Now. So it's not a shade. I'm going to go with Poltergeist, what we originally were thinking. If he's a demon, this is a really soft demon. And then if it's a Yuri, I didn't hear his ability was shutting the door. So let's see what we got here. It was a poltergeist.
That is correct.
All right. I don't know. I heard him throw a lot, but in the dining room. But sometimes they get to where they kind of like go back and forth in the same spot, and so it's kind of hard to hear. You know, they could be touching something, or like their footsteps kind of get doubled up, basically. But so I heard him throw a lot in there, and I was like, boom, poltergeist. But then some of the other stuff, it didn't seem like it lined up, so that's why I kind of second guessed it. And often I do that. I second guess myself. I talk myself out of a ghost, and then it was the ghost I originally thought. So, but anyway, I hope that helps. That was a poltergeist. I'm gonna definitely post that one because I don't think we have a poltergeist. But thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.